I'm going to walk you through citing an article from one of CSU Libraries' databases according to Turabian 9th edition citation style. This will go pretty fast because the point of this video is to give you a quick overview of the citation process. We start with the author, which we indicate like so: Strang, comma, Cameron B. Turabian requires authors' names to be inverted to make it easier to put citations in alphabetical order. And then we add a period to indicate that this section of the citation is complete. Now comes the article's title. Articles are small things that are contained in big things, like journals. Small things are indicated using quotation marks at the beginning and end of their titles. It's a code that says, hey, here's an article. We put a period at the end, but this one goes inside the quotes because it looks prettier that way and because Turabian says so. The journal's title comes next. This is the big thing that contains the article, and we have a code to indicate that too: italics. Big things like journals always have their titles in italics. No period after the title though, because we're not done with the section yet. Journals are periodicals, so they have volumes and issues in addition to page numbers. Gotta have all of that or the citation's incomplete. Volume comes first, so I look around for something that looks like a volume number, and here we go. Notice that I don't write VOL or anything else before the number. After the volume comes a comma and a space, and then the issue number. Here it is. And you do include NO period and a space in front of that. Then you put the written month and the 4-digit year in parentheses, followed by a colon, a space, the page numbers, which we can find on our handy information sheet at the beginning of the article, and close by a period. Next comes the DOI. Yay, abbreviations! DOI stands for Digital Object Identifier. Here it is at the bottom of the first page. It's a unique string of numbers and letters that are assigned to many, but not all, of the articles produced since the year 2000. If your article comes with a DOI, that's what you use to cap off your citation. Here's how. Type in https://doi.org/ followed by the DOI number itself, and close by a period. Done right, this creates a functional hyperlink to a permanent record of that article. See? What do you do if your article's old or just doesn't have a DOI? Not all of them do. You show where you found it with a stable URL. That's the web address for your document, but unlike the one up in your address bar, which you should never use, stable URLs don't change, and they're usually labeled. Here it is on that handy information page for the article. Oh, and just to warn you, it might be called something else, like durable URL or permalink, depending on where you found it. Then we close the citation off with a period, add a hanging indent, and there we are, a complete bibliographic citation. But we're not done yet. Turabian is double the fun because it requires 2 versions of each citation. One for the bibliography at the end of your paper, and another for your footnotes, which are spread throughout the text of your paper. The 2 citations are pretty close, so at least we don't need to start over. We can adapt the bibliographic citation to fit the footnote requirements. Overall, bibliographic citations use lots of periods, footnotes use lots of commas. To convert a bibliographic citation into a footnote citation, I'll go through here and replace all the periods between the major sections with commas, except for that last one, which gets to stay. I also need to reformat the author's name. Gotta make it look normal. Footnotes also require you to indicate the exact page number you're referring to in the text of your paper. Okay, almost done. Again. The last difference has to do with reversing the indentation. The first line of each footnote citation is indented, subsequent lines aren't. Footnote citations are used whenever you refer to a document in the body of your paper, like this. I put a superscript number at the end of the sentence with a matching footnote at the bottom of the page. So that's Turabian citation style. Before you go, let me make one last recommendation. Get a copy of Turabian's A Manual for Writers. It'll tell you how to cite anything and everything, and if you'd like some guidance, our friendly librarians would be happy to help.